Sarah, thank you for having us here. It's great to be here on our 5th anniversary together.
Thanks, Daryll. Great to have you here. It's really exciting to be almost to the day celebrating our 5th year anniversary.
Hmm.
Chris Lewis became a partner in November 2020. So,
Yeah,
really excited to talk about the journey that we've been on over the past 5 years.
absolutely. So, with that in mind, we wanted to kind of dive into the partnership, what makes that successful and what sits behind that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I thought maybe just as a start, we'd give a bit of an intro to Verkada.
Sure.
So, Sarah, can you maybe run us through the Verkada platform and how that differs from, traditional security solutions?
Definitely.
Hmm.
Verkada is a hybrid cloud security platform. So what that means is that we have storage on the device, and we also send to the cloud. And we really differ from a traditional solution because we're getting rid of that NVR, we're getting rid of the
Absolutely.
DVR,
Yeah.
all of that on-site infrastructure, and we're not just doing it across one product. We have 6 product lines today. We started with CCTV back in 2016,
Yeah.
and now we have CCTV, access control, intercoms, environmental sensors, alarms, and our workplace platform, which includes our guests and our mailroom platform. So it can really integrate into a single platform. And I know that you're going to be speaking about this with
Yeah.
an example of some of the customers that you've worked with.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's just something that the industry hadn't seen before, especially for enterprise and commercial buildings, which is how we came about.
It's what we love. Yeah.
Great. Well, I mean, I'm interested to hear your perspective. What does Chris Lewis love about working with Verkada or about the products?
So for us, the first thing is that we like to be brand agnostic. We don't necessarily want to be pushing any one particular logo.
Mm-hmm.
So we go through a journey with our customers, we understand what their needs are, and then we fit whatever that need is to the particular product that best fits. And so sometimes that is a low cost on-premise solution.
Mm-hmm.
What we do find is often when we're sitting down with our customers and uncovering the needs and going through all of that, what they're actually looking for is a system that's going to be fast, give them back their time and clarity, and that's what Verkada does, and that's why that partnership works so well between the two of us. And for our customers who are looking for that level of performance, it's a home run. Mm-hmm. And that's why working together with Verkada, it's so often the solution that we are promoting.
Well, I'm hoping we get to some stage where it's always Verkada that you're
I'm
promoting.
sure.
But no,
Yeah.
I mean, I think our team sees that you have that level of expertise and that knowledge about the customer. When we start working on projects together,
Yeah.
they get to hear that what that pain point is, what we're trying to solve for, and it's it might feel like it's a premium solution, but I want to myth bust a little bit on that, because with premium services and premium solutions, customers often tend to think that maybe it's going to be expensive or too expensive for what they've been comparing it to in the past. And I think the big difference with Verkada is that we have a 10-year product warranty. We have a 10-year license. If you want to match it with a 10-year license, you can also do other licenses as well. But with that 10-year approach and looking at over 10 years, you really get to see that predictable cost of ownership, which a lot of our, the other systems in the space don't offer. And they get to see that from the Chris Lewis perspective as well. And they get to get the solutions and the premium service that you have to offer.
And the truth is, we see that a lot when we actually get to present that total cost of ownership.
Yeah.
It makes sense for our customers at that point, because what often is happening is they're having to change their system up every 3-5 years, because cameras become obsolete, systems become obsolete. And that's the thing, is Verkada giving a 10-year solution. That total cost of ownership, then it all makes sense. And it's easy to deliver that to a customer.
And I'm sure you've seen over the past 5 years, I mean, we roll out a lot of automatic firmware and software updates. So
all the time. I can't keep up.
So it's great. I mean, the worst the solution ever is the day that the customer gets it. I mean, it continues to get better over time.
We love telling customers that.
Great.
The worst it's ever going to be is the day we install it.
Yeah, I mean, it gets better over time, and it's not something that you see with a traditional NVR DVR solution. You have to you have to do patch updates, and then something doesn't match this system, and with it all integrated, it's pretty seamless. But do you have an example, because I know you've been working on a lot of projects with Verkada, of a customer where you got to see this in live action, of
Well,
choosing
so
the Verkada solution?
I've got a really good example, that's kind of happened recently. We had a customer, not too long ago. Well, it was probably 2 years ago at this stage now, who was looking for a total solution. They wanted CCTV, they wanted access control, and they wanted a guest solution of some sort, and to be able to visualize all of that in one platform.
Mm.
And so we did the needs analysis. We went through the pitch with them, and Verkada ticks all of those bills. So what we put forward to that customer was a Verkada solution, a total cost of ownership, going through all of that with the customer. And unfortunately, what happened was that customer had another integrator come in and give varied solutions that was cheaper initially, but it wasn't really what they wanted. So they asked us to price a like-for-like solution, which we could have done, because we offered those brands. But the reality is, for us, we didn't identify that with that, because having done the needs analysis at the beginning, having gone through all of those stages with the customer to get to the point of saying, actually, this is great. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, we were on the call with them. They loved it. They loved the product, and it was the right solution. So we declined. We declined to price anything else, because we said, this is the right solution for you. And in the end, the customer went with the other integrator. And, at the time, it sucked. We both hated it. But they came back. They came back 18 months later. Months later and said, actually, you were right. All the things that you said about Verkada and ease of use, being able to use the platform all on one screen, we can't do that. And the system that we currently have is frustrating us. We can't use it to the ability that we need to. And please, can you give us the Verkada solution that you originally offered? And so we changed a few things. They kept some of the other cameras that they had in, and we used a cloud connector. Nice. And other bits and pieces to make up the system. But ultimately, in the end, the customer got what they wanted. And it's a great win. It's one of those good stories where you get to really win over the customer. You show your integrity, and you kind of stick to your guns, which isn't always easy to do in this industry.
No.
But yeah.
That's great. I mean, and they probably wouldn't have even known about the command connector in your first conversation. I
don't think they even had it. No,
yeah, we
I don't
didn't
think
have
they
it
did.
yet. So we actually launched that. So I mean, that's a great story, because I think it also shows how Chris Lewis are differentiating yourselves in the space of physical security integrators. Yeah. I mean, you're different. You make sure that you think about what kind of solution is best for the customer, and you're not just trying to get something cheap and cheerful across the line. And if they're going to go with a Band-Aid solution, it's not for you. So that's great to hear. Thanks for that example. I think it really showcases the partnership, and it'd be a good time to really kind of talk about that and what it's like working together. And I've really enjoyed it. I know the team has enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
But it really feels like one team. It feels like we get on calls together and we do team calls, or whether it's in person. Sometimes customers are in the office and you come into our office at Old Street.
Yeah,
but
we love it.
It feels like we're one team working together in front of the customer. And I think it makes a big difference when you're selling a solution.
Yeah. And for us, that collaboration piece between the two, what it then delivers to the end user, to the customer, is that feeling of a unified voice. We make sense. And, our sales guys rave about your guys all the time. They love having them on calls. And so it's a great partnership. It's a great, the two teams work so well together.
That's great. We love having the team in here, especially the channel sales days that we do together. They're really fun.
Those are great. Yeah.
A lot of fun.
So maybe looking forward, what's up for Verkada in the near future, or near to long-term future?
Well, we just had a lot of product releases. We're very AI forward right now. AI is at the forefront. So we released a lot of new features around unified timeline within our systems, and AI search capabilities by industry, and QR codes for visitor management. There's a lot of things that we typically release at our Verkada One conferences.
Yes.
And we just had one in America and Chicago, and now we are coming to London on our world tour.
I believe so. That's going to be fun.
So we get to be there together. Hopefully Chris Lewis will be joining us. It's in March 19th in London. So excited to see what's coming on the horizon and what products we release then. But right now, I think for a lot of companies, but for Verkada AI, it's definitely the hot topic.
Absolutely.
And what's next for you? I mean, what's been
So
exciting at Chris Lewis?
It's an interesting time for us. We're up for 2 awards at the Fire and Security Awards. We're up for Security Integrator of the Year and Customer Service Award for Best Customer Service.
Well, there's no surprise there.
Well, yeah, we're excited. I think they come out in the first week of December, so here's to hoping.
Exciting. Yeah. Well, hopefully anybody who's listening today gets to join us and see your best customer service, our new products, if Verkada won.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah. It's been absolutely great to kind of do this chat with you. And yeah, we love spending time together with you guys.
Thanks, Daryll. It's been great.
Awesome.